Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is going to be slightly different than I initially had planned. I was planning on doing a quick little tutorial on how the curls that I wore in my last video, which is actually the same that's in my hair today, minus the fact that this is literally like a week old since I shot the last video. And yeah, it looks terrible. It's super frizzy. You know, I've been wearing a hat to work for the last couple days because I really haven't felt like doing it. But the temperature dropped last night drastically. Like, I live in Vegas. I don't know if I mentioned that in my first video, but I do live in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's cold outside right now. It gets really cold here. We are obviously the desert, so it is what it is. But literally from last night, well, yesterday to today, the temperature dropped 17 degrees. It's cold outside. Like right now, it literally went from like high 60s to yesterday to like today it's in the 40s and dropping. So yeah, it's cold. So with that being said, I decided to kind of switch it up, and instead of doing the curly look that I was initially going to do for this video, I decided I'm going to do my dreads. I'm going to put my dreads back in. For those of you that don't know, I usually, whenever the winter comes and stuff like that, I usually do faux dreads in my head, just to kind of, I don't know, it's a warmer style, longer hair, without having to wear a scarf and all that good stuff. But I mean, I just don't know. I like it for a winter style for myself. So, and I always do random colors, and this will be no different. I apologize for my lighting. I know it's probably kind of off right now, but the sun is going down. Ever since daylight savings time, it gets super dark early. Right now it's only like, I don't know, 4:15 maybe, 4:20, and the sun's literally like almost down, which is slightly ridiculous, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys on that little journey. I'm going to wash my hair first, condition it, and then I'll do like a leave-in conditioner, and some kind of a oil. I need to buy a new one. I'm almost out. I don't feel like going to the store. Oh, that should be enough. It's gonna have to be enough. I ain't going nowhere. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The process. I'll take you through the whole process, and I'll be back to check in with you guys after I shower, I guess. And the lighting will be different again, because by that time the sun will be down. But yeah, I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm back. It's been a couple days, and as you can see, I obviously got a lot done. Yeah, after the last video, I went and I washed my hair, and I conditioned it. I used the Cream of Nature line. They have a new line that, well, not really new. I don't know how new it is, but it says new on here. But it's the Cream of Nature with the argan oil from Morocco. So this is what I've been using. There's a whole line. There's like the conditioner, shampoo, and stuff. I use it all. I wash my hair first, and then I will condition it and rinse that out. After I get out of the shower, I'll towel dry it, and then I'll use this, which is a leave-in conditioner spray. I'll use this on my hair, just like shake it, and then just spray it all over your hair. So I do that, and I'll let that air dry a little bit. So while it's still damp, I will add some kind of an oil on my hair. At the moment, I've been using this. It's like an ion repair solution oil. It's like an oil treatment. I've just been putting this on over it to kind of like seal in all of the moisture that I've obviously just put in my hair with the water and the leave-in conditioner. And that kind of helps, especially since I have like bleached hair and dyed hair. It helps with the like rejuvenating my hair or whatever. So yeah, I've been using that. So while it's still kind of damp from all of that is when I'll kind of start this whole process. You know, section everything off however you want to section off, however you want it, and start from there. So I am just about done. I have two more left to do. which is funny because I actually was like about to finish and then I realized I needed to film this. So I literally stopped and took out one of the ones that I did just so I could film this. So yeah, but so as you can see, I have one section here that is completely still out, and then I have one more here that I've done that I still need to wrap. So this is what we're gonna do. If I look weird, it's because there's a mirror up here, so I keep looking up at the mirror. Yeah. Anyways, I don't have my full setup yet, so I'm working with what I got. So we're going to start with this. So what I did was I basically take like the big thing of yarn. This is all yarn, obviously, but I took a big, like the big roll of yarn you get from anywhere, Walmart, whatever colors you want. I just happen to like the combination of like this ombre effect of the string. It goes from like dark to light to dark to, yeah, it's like a cool ombre effect. So whatever. So I buy this. What I'll do is I will section them out. I'll figure out the length that I want. So I'll take the string, you know, pull it out from the bundle, and then I'll kind of hold it up to my hair like so, and then, you know, kind of just, you know, measure down how far I want it to go. How far I think is, you know, what I think is long enough. I'm like, okay, whatever. So from there, I'll kind of measure that piece out. I'll cut it, and then I'll cut 2 more pieces from the same length. So from there, I will tie it in the very center so that all 3 pieces are combined, and you get like your 3 strands here, because I am going to be braiding this into my hair, so this obviously makes it a lot easier if it's tied here instead of just like kind of overlapping it. How, like, I don't know, a lot of people do that, but I just try to make it makes more sense to tie it, but whatever. So we'll do that. So from here you will get your section of hair. So from here you are going to, what I do is I'll just split this into 2 sections. Take this, one of these ends, and I'm gonna grab onto one section. The other one is still over here, out. So put it under this one section. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to pair up one side of the string here. Trying to pair up one side of the string with the hair that's there. So that's going to be that, and then this section is going to be with this. So from there I will hold this from the root, and then you can pretty much start the braiding process. Grab onto all 3 pieces. I know this is kind of hard to see, but it is what it is. And from there, you can just kind of start your braiding process. It doesn't really matter if it's not super tight to the root here, because you're going to wrap it anyway, which is going to tighten the whole situation. Plus, I obviously don't want to really damage my hair or cause myself pain, so, you know, don't do it super tight. So once you see that you're at the end of where your hair ends here, you can, I'd say, go a little bit longer. Take one of your 3 strands, wrap it around, and tie it. So I started doing that because I never used to tie it at that point. I used to kind of braid it down further and then just kind of leave it. Once you get to the taking out process, you can kind of unravel all of the yarn here and you can just cut it at that knot. That way you're not trying to like getting tangled all up in this extra, you know. You can just unravel it, cut it here at the end of the knot and then just like unbraid the rest of this and to kind of get it out. But whatever, so that's where I am with these two. So the next step after that would be to get your yarn again. And what I do is I do full arm's length of yarn. So take your bundle of yarn and stretch it all the way out like your full arm's length. From there, just keep overlapping it, pulling it out from the bundle of yarn all the way of like that full arm's length. Yeah, do that until you get like 5. These are like 5 or 6. This is 5. But I've been doing 6, but I kind of ran out of yarn a little bit. So the last couple I did 5. It really doesn't matter how many you do. Just the more you do, the quicker it makes the process, because you'll see what I'm talking about as you're wrapping it. If you have like 5 or 6 pieces of yarn, it's taking up more space as you're like wrapping it around. So basically, if this is my hair, as I'm wrapping it around, I'm able to cover more surface, obviously, because I'm using more pieces of yarn. As opposed to you using like 1 or 2, where you're not going to cover as much surface, so you're having to wrap it more. So to avoid that, and just to make the process go quicker, the more yarn you can use on one piece, the better. But make sure you have enough yarn to do that, because if you're using more yarn per dread, you'll end up running out quicker. And because I use more than I usually use, I literally ran out of yarn, which has never happened. I realized I keep looking up into this mirror instead of looking to the camera. I apologize for that. Just a habit. Obviously, I'm looking at my hair, so whatever. But from here, what you're going to do is you take your 6 or 5 or whatever, how many pieces you want. You're going to cut the loop, because obviously they're going to be looped if you're overlapping them. Cut them all out so they're all like individual. From here, what you're going to do is take your foundation braid here and take this, and you're actually going to line it up going, you know, with the hair. So everything else is going to be down here. You're going to do this. So the whole point of that is you're going to basically hold it there against the braid, hold it up, and then start wrapping it that way. And that's what's going to secure it to your braid, because you're going to be overlapping the start of the string. So you want to pay attention to these first very few that you do, mainly because this is what's going to really secure. So you want to make sure that you're wrapping these pretty secure, pretty firmly, and also make sure that you are getting them as close together as possible so you're not leaving any gaps. Okay. Sometimes you might get like a small little piece, like this one right here, that'll come through, like if I didn't wrap that tight enough at that moment to kind of secure the end. That's fine. I wouldn't worry about like trying to redo it and go back and whatever. You can just cut that out. This is a long and tedious process, so if you can get somebody to help you, I would definitely suggest doing that. Let's take these off because they're totally on my way. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So another cool part is once you get to the end of where you tied that knot, you'll see you obviously have all of this extra piece. This is from your base underneath. You can add this in, like maybe if you, let's say you like these colors, this is obviously a darker blue down here going into the light underneath. This here is a kind of a mesh of everything else. If you want to just switch it up or just like get a different look, you can definitely take any of these pieces and kind of fold them over into this and then keep wrapping with that. So I really do look crazy looking into this mirror. Anyways, so yeah, just gonna keep going. Okay, now once you get to the end of things, there's not that much left. I'll stop here. It's pretty much even with everything else. You can, now you still have your 6. Take your last 2 here. Okay, so take your last 2 and wrap those around like a couple more times. This is hard to show with this twisting up on me. Okay, so basically from there, take 1, wrap it around in the same direction you were wrapping everything else, twice, stop. And then you can take another thread, any of them, wrap it in the opposite direction. Twice. Stop. Don't meet there in the middle. And then from there, you can tie it. So tie the knot at the end. Do that again. Double knot. Now this can stop twisting up on me. Okay, so now I'm trying to show you a little bit what I did because that was terrible. It's probably really hard to see still, but I did take that and these 2 pieces here, I wrapped them around and I tied that in a double knot. Okay, so from here, take your scissors and just cut it at the very end where those last strings are. Okay, so that kind of gets rid of that excess here. Take your lighter. Just like weave, burn it. And that secures your end. One more. Okay, and that is the finished result. Keep in mind how you plan on styling these dreads. If you want to wear them down all the time, then that's fine. but you are going to be able to see, you know, like the parts and stuff that you have up here on top. So just keep in mind how you're actually going to be sectioning those off. For me, I always do mine in two separate sections. So the back is more in a brick pattern. Let's see if I can show you. The back is more like a brick pattern, but once you get up top, have this sectioned off, and everything else from here, the top of my head, are all in straight rows going back. But that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys how I do this, finishing up a couple. I will have another video coming up soon on like different ways that you can style this. This is like obviously something quick and easy that you can do. But in another video, I'll show you guys how to, you know, just a couple different ways you can style it, just so you can get some ideas for yourselves. But yeah, so make sure to subscribe, share this video, like, comment, all that good stuff. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video.